mamu ina akwa ba ede banka state unity for akamretie bi ne akwa koto aba ada no ni kohwe eye the Ashanti region of Ghana tifo endura eye butu a etifo enye fidi agrokra etifo over 300 Imams, Muslims, Cleggy, Muslims communities, for ebe share our program nasi. For the learned Sheikh Ishaq Muhammad, I didn't seem to do it for to say na hupa. For can't na any samanu kunu take the Muslim communities for granted. From Konoma, I had some people be mock so you say yeah. Islamic communities no about to abano. Ama NDC amanu kunu so say the for any ama dane for uncle food or Muslim to draw a church. Kwaya NDC amanu kunu I don't mafaso for me na ya dream back say. On the December 7th general election, it for to abano de akoma MPP amanukuna akota Dr. Ahad Mamudu Bamye echi. And they will share in sesame for more kaya as to compare prophecy warrior prophet attitude and out to me na so net demnity for and yes so ketwa result here there warrior prophet attitude and for sitting most Islamic communities in Abeto Abanama Dr. Ahad Mamudu Bamye we purchase the currently the backbone of MPP amanukuni jina the Muslim communities echinemu there and the Ashanti region of Ghana. And we tell some people no go tin some am to do ambramu ina asem hwe
of how you know politicians in general terms, not in specific terms, in general terms have two diseases: corruption and womanization. I spoke to a few of them. They were ministers some time ago, and I told them that you people suffer from two sicknesses: corruption. You steal state resources to make properties, and then you womanize. The minister will close from work, will tell the wife that we have a long board meeting, which will go all the way to 12 midnight. Meanwhile, he's closing at 5 o'clock. And he'll go and pick a girlfriend of his, somebody's daughter at the age of 21 from Volta Hall and straight to Lancaster Hotel. Let me tell you, any politicians whose character is like that is living but dead. Napoleon Bonaparte, when he was invading Egypt some centuries ago, he had two ships. One packed with soldiers and the other one with beautiful prostitutes. So the citizens of France asked Napoleon Bonaparte, as for the soldiers, we know their job, they are going to fight. What about the prostitutes? Then he said, I want to weaken the morale of the Egyptian army. Because if soldiers are going to fight and you dump beautiful women on them, they engage in such illicit sexual relationship with them. Anyone who does that will lose any sense of morality. His subordinates will get to know, and he cannot control them thereafter. I'm happy that I'm going to speak about His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I love him because he has never been corrupt and has never been a womanizer. I love Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and he has never been corrupt and has never been a womanizer. Even his opponents, they know that this Muslim is a decent character. His Excellency President Kufuor, in 2008, when His Excellency Akufo-Addo chose him as the vice presidential candidate, President Kufuor said, "You are a man of destiny." And recently, he repeated it as a man of destiny. I asked myself, when Alhaji Biggie and Tamim asked me to do a delivery today, I asked myself, do I qualify? When I did the assessment, I realized I do. Because I've been very close to him for the past 3.5 years. In 2020, during the COVID time, I got sick. Taken to 37 Military Hospital on 21st May 2020. And the following day, my brother, Dr. Nabil, who works there, is the lead surgeon, and he took me there. Nabil Nuyama. He came the following day, and I was in coma. For 6 days, I was in coma. The third day, 7 doctors examined me, and they said I was a dead body, and I should be taken to the mortuary. My brother objected to it, and said, my brother is not dead yet. To cut a long story short, they asked my brother, but you were part of the team that declared your brother dead. Then he said, no, I'm opting out. They sent my sample to Noguchi and took me to the COVID center at that military hospital. 2 days on, Tuesday, the results came that I was negative. I didn't have COVID. They called my brother, Dr. Nabi Nuyama, your brother is not going to be the first to die and the last to die. Let's send him to the mortuary so that we can concentrate on other people's sicknesses. Then he said he was coming. He went to his office, and Allah was inspiring him. He went to his office and wrote the highest potency of antibiotic injections. When the injections were brought, I wasn't there because I was dead. I was somewhere else. And they started to inject me. In the process of administering the injections, my eyes opened. That was Wednesday, the 5th day. Only the right eye came because the brain was off. But the following morning, my brother, Dr. Nabi Nuyama, came and my fingers were moving. Then he shouted, Allahu Akbar, my brother is coming back. To cut a long story short, when I was brought home, Captain Nasser, who is a Ghanaian but working with an airline in South Africa, notified His Excellency, Elijah Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, if you want to meet a politician who is humane, compassionate, then go for Bawumia. He spoke to His Excellency that our Malam is sick. He's in the house. Then His Excellency sent Dr. Rauf, former chairman of the Pharmacy Council, to bring me money to support me. About 2-3 years ago, Biggie would be the better person to tell me when it was. One of our Malams in Takrady was sick, had kidney failure. Yes. Biggie, what year was that? I think it was 2021. I don't know about this. 22. Okay. And then His Excellency was notified. And the cost of transporting the sick person to India for treatment was $40,000.
I can attest to that because he was my in-law.
So the money was sent by an aircraft to Takrady to send our brother to India. Not only that, I'm talking to you about him from a close range. You know, recently, I spoke about him in Kumasi last week, Sunday.
Yes, which generates a lot.
And it's still going on. The back